What's going on, everybody? Gorilla Blood Radio back again. Daniel here, Scott NDX, New York City, and the Aaron Kendrick in Arkansas, doing the night shift again, killing some time, joining us. Shoot, man. Rumble was awesome. Takeover the night before, which we talked about on the last show, was awesome with some high caliber match of the year candidates. The Rumble, though, man, the men's Rumble, the women's Rumble did not disappoint at all. And just as we're coming on air here, Aaron's talking to us about the picks and stuff that we were kind of making, and how most of us kind of saw a lot of things coming, but Aaron, you said you've been going on a streak now of picking Rumble winners.
I gotta put you on hold.
Oh, great! Here we go. Already. But no, Scott. Since Aaron put us on hold and he's got a customer or something like that, which happens. Thoughts on the Rumble itself, the two Rumble matches itself, or the other matches or whatnot? Just thoughts going away.
Overall, I enjoyed pay-per-view very much. There's moments where I was just like, why is this match happening? The Raw Tag Titles match. Not shocked that the Usos tried to steal the show again, and I kept sitting there like, this is a really long fucking fall. How are they going to follow this up?
Yeah, then they closed it out in two.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
That was really interesting. Overall, there was a few low notes. You know what? Give me a second. I need to bring up Rumble on the wiki.
Oh, I got you. I'll send that to you right now because I have it open right in front of me. So, yeah, man. The matches, you know what? The three-way for the Universal title.
It wasn't a three-way. It was a handicap match. Oh, no, wait, my bad.
Universal.
That was it. Because it was just the same shit over and over again.
I love the fact that Braun Strowman screwed up and got an immediate receipt for it.
Oh, yeah, he got potato.
Oh, my God. He kneed Brock Lesnar in the side of the head, and then Brock is like, fuck you. Boom! Punches him in the fucking face.
Yeah, but you know what? Brock Lesnar needs to be kneed in the side of the head, okay?
Yeah. That was fucking crazy.
Strowman for taking that with him.
Yeah, Kane is basically, I think, out the door now because he's going to be focusing on that campaign of his running for political office.
Please, look, I have a lot of respect for Kane.
I know.
Please, go away.
Dude, it's like Kane and Taker are two of the most well-respected guys in the business.
But you don't need to be here anymore.
I don't need to see him anymore. I'm good. I love him. Hell, Undertaker was stuff of nightmares for me growing up. I kid you not. Like, I had a recurring nightmare of the Undertaker chasing me, like, trying to kill me. Growing up, I was...
Well, if it was modern day Taker, you have to do is walk fast.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about
walk fast and dodge any obstacle. Kind of like walking away from real zombies.
Yeah, no, like the original Taker with the formaldehyde gloves and... Oh, dude.
I miss that Taker. Eyebrows.
Oh, dude, he scared the bejesus out of me growing up. Like, yeah, it was crazy. But, man, yeah, no, it's one of those things. I'm kind of glad that Kane is moving on, but yeah, respect the hell out of the man for it. So, Aaron, yeah, I'm guessing the customer got distracted you.
Yeah, this woman just wheeled, I guess, her husband up here in a wheelchair and just parked him right in front of the
So
counter.
you just didn't want to be saying anything stupid.
You stay here. I'm going to the room. He's just like, okay.
Yeah.
But
weird people.
So what's your streak up to now? You claim that you have a streak now with picking Rumble winners.
Well, I know the streak goes at least back to Edge winning in 2010.
God damn.
I want to say I predicted Randy Orton to win the 09 Rumble. I damn sure didn't predict John Cena to win in 2008. So,
I should have
8 years, possibly 9.
God damn. That's crazy to think about. I guess when it comes down to this Rumble, for me, because we've seen over the years how WWE has just basically ruined Japanese wrestlers. They've ruined the Japanese wrestlers in their company for a long time now. I mean, they make them. I mean, Tajiri, basically. I love Tajiri. I think he was a talent, but
but let's be honest. Tajiri and ECW can be a big fish in a little pond, even though he's a small dude, because that's what the market wants in that company. In WWE, he's just a small Asian dude who kicks really well.
Yeah,
sorry,
but that's
going to be world champ.
But that's why I'm so glad that they haven't screwed up Asuka or Shinsuke Nakamura yet.
It's also a much different time then. Okay,
true.
You can see wrestling has slightly evolved in the last 5 years, with Triple H working more in the backstage area. His influences as a booker, so to speak, is obviously showing through. I'll bring this up for a second. I was listening to the Edge and Christian podcast, Johnny Gargano, that came out this week.
Yeah, Gargano. That match was fucking awesome.
I really just wanted to hear what Gargano had to say about that match that he had. He's like, yeah, I mean, you guys say it's great, and I appreciate that, but, I mean, I'm used to having a 30-minute match from being in the indies all the time. That doesn't mean anything to me, but, hey, if they like it, they like it. Awesome.
Yeah.
But then it's also talking about how he was able to keep the moniker Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah, shocking.
Specifically. Triple H told him specifically, yeah, that's a great promo, but you need to call yourself Johnny Wrestling. It's like, you want to go with that? He's like, yeah, we're going with that. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome.
That's why the Revival on Raw right now are not calling themselves sports entertainers.
Yeah.
They're wrestlers.
I like that. That's what. Yeah, I like that they're embracing that and kind of trying to keep that around. I just hope that
the wrestling back into pro wrestling. Yes, it's sports entertainment, of course. It's always going to be that. It's been that for the last 30 years, even when it was still the World Wrestling Federation. It was the leader in sports entertainment. Remember that?
Yeah, the World Wrestling Federation for over 50 years, the driving force in sports entertainment, or something like that.
Exactly, with the Finn doing the voiceover for that, and the logo coming in like the old HBO logo.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what that was. We knew it was going to transition to that eventually. I remember the whole Get the F Out
Yeah.
promo when it became World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah.
Look, we know wrestling's going to evolve, but at least we know with Triple H and maybe some other people in charge, it's going to evolve into a direction where hopefully we will enjoy it, and guys like Shinsuke Nakamura will get pushed.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things too. Like I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and What Culture is a big one. I watch a lot of stuff from them, not just wrestling stuff, but the movie stuff. But they did I want to say it was them who did a little thing on like certain things that WWE doesn't want you to know about New Japan and things like that. And it's really funny to say, like, their schedule is nowhere near as robust, so to say, as WWE's, where WWE's basically doing a show like every other night, and New Japan, maybe they have their big shows and it's on the weekends and that's it. And maybe it's not every weekend, it's every other weekend. So those guys can go out there and have 20, 30 minute, 40 minute matches that are awesome every single time. And that's why people say, hey, 5-star match, 6-star match, or whatever Meltzer is pulling.
I don't need one of those every time, though. I just need a good match. Give me something I'm going to enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't need you to go 40 fucking minutes week in, week out. I don't want that. After a while, I'm going to be like, oh my god, is this shit over yet?
Yeah, no, I get you. It's just, it's nice to see, like what we saw with TakeOver, 5 basically different kinds of matches that were all entertaining in their own way and kept me engaged for the most part.
Oh hell yeah, you were stuck there the whole time.
I mean, with the Rumble,
Fish and O'Reilly stealing that tag match like they did.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Cole being Adam fucking Cole, baby.
Yeah. Even the
Aleister Black being as awesome as Aleister Black can be, and that main event just stealing the year.
Well, and even the women's match.
Match of the year is already over.
Yeah, even the women's match had a different feel to it than the other matches on the card there. But then you go to the Rumble, And granted, I didn't get a chance to watch the pre-show matches, so I'm just seeing the results here.
I will say this, the Revival versus Gallows and Anderson match, short but sweet.
Okay.
Good in Mojo Rawley, nothing special. I blame Mojo Rawley for that because I don't hate him. I actually really like Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, he's like Cena and Warrior put together in one body.
Yeah, but I like the heel attitude he has. They're just gonna have to work with him a little more to be a singles wrestler. Personally, I just don't think he's quite there yet for what they probably want from him. But overall, I think Mojo Rawley is gonna be a fun, interesting wrestler to watch in the years to come. It's sort of like watching, Hercules Hernandez back in the day. Hercules, when he first started off, swinging the chain around, and all of a sudden he's in Power and Glory.
Yeah.
He's wearing shades indoors. I'm like, yeah, take them off. All of a sudden his hair is straightened. It's like, you had curly fucking, what? Who the fuck are you? I remember at one point I thought that Hercules was a completely different guy.
That's funny.
Remember how they said, there's two different Undertakers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought there's two different Hercules.
Power and Glory.
I said, Glory Hercules looks so fucking different from, I got a chain and I'm gonna swing it. Hercules, just went, who the fuck is this guy? Well, it was more like, who is this guy? Because I was a kid at the time, but you know what I mean.
Well, shit, man. I mean, the Rumble pay-per-view itself, I mean, I'm not going to say there were terrible matches on it because, I mean, the matches were, for the most part, decent. I mean, Styles in the handicap match, I mean, they booked that the best way that they could so that Styles could keep it. Then the Usos, I mean, are just the Usos, and they're fucking awesome lately.
What do you mean lately? Try the last year and a half.
Yeah, when I say lately,
when the Miz hit their stride, so did the Usos.
Yeah. I mean, and even Gable and Benjamin are fucking good, dude. I mean, I was shocked that it went 2 straight falls. And then
I think they're trying to make the Usos like the new Briscoe brothers. For anyone who used to watch ROH back in 2008 to 2010 in that era, before the Briscoes lost their tag titles to, I believe it was Steve Erico, they were winning 2 out of 3 fall matches, 2 straight falls. Multiple 2 out of 3 fall matches, 2 straight falls.
Yeah, it's almost unheard of for that to happen in the E when they've done 2 out of 3 falls. It usually goes 3.
And I'm glad that it didn't because that was a really shocking moment.
Yeah.
That's legitimately, oh shit, what happened?
Yeah, and then I mean, I honestly, as much as I like the Women's Rumble, I didn't expect it to be last. Personally, I know they were hyping it up, but when the ending happens and you see Ronda Rousey come out, then I understand why it was last, but I wasn't thinking it was going to be last.
Yeah, and all my I don't give a shit floated at the same time.
Well,
yay.
Well, and the one I guess
she wasn't in the Rumble.
Yeah, that was the one positive.
We were sitting there. It was me, Tomas, Gene, and Valdo. We were watching the Rumble. We're sitting there like, okay, is it going to be Trish or is it going to be Ronda? Trish, Ronda, Trish, Ronda, Trish, Ronda. Thank God it was Trish at number 30.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I mean, I get why they did it. To have her come out afterwards and whatnot, but it kind of almost stole Asuka's thunder.
Yeah, Asuka should have booted her right in the head.
That would have been funny.
That was much better.
Oh, dude.
Asuka played all 3 of them out.
Dude, the fun part was the fun part.
That would have hurt Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. The memes that came out afterwards were funny because they put Ronda Rousey pointing at the WrestleMania sign. And then superimpose right next to it the monkey from Chris's Closet and Family Guy. I was like, God, here we go. They're starting already.
There's a lot of place doing that, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the oversized leather jacket she was wearing that she stole from Triple H.
No, you know,
it just looked so wrong.
Dude,
fit.
that leather jacket actually belonged to Roddy Piper. It was confirmed afterwards that one of Piper's kids gave it to her, and that she had. I mean, we all know she goes by Rowdy Ronda Rousey. she actually got permission from Piper before he passed to use that moniker because he actually liked her MMA stuff.
Well, Piper seemed like a really nice guy. I don't see why he wouldn't do that.
So, and she said many times that she's looked up to him because she's been a wrestling fan for a long time now. So, I think that's kind of cool. People were bitching and complaining about it. I'm like, dude, why? Like, what's the point in complaining about the jacket or about using the hot rod, looking font, or even I'm shocked that freaking WWE even paid for the rights to use her the Reputation song, because that was her walkout song in the UFC too. So.
Well, they don't have to pay for Punk song anymore, so they got some money.
That is true too, and and the booking on the men's side, the final 6 was actually kind of cool to see the new gen versus the old gen there at the end, where you got
Question.
Sure.
How hard did you mark out for Rey Mysterio at number 27?
Actually, I didn't.
Oh my! Really? Because he was my choice. Like, I had, when you choose your numbers,
yeah,
they had the thing on Instagram, choose your number.
Yeah.
And I chose number 27.
Yeah.
So Ray represented me in the Rumble.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, he's so gonna lose, but holy fuck, Ray looks awesome.
Dude, I gotta admit, he looks in hella good shape. I saw him wrestle a few months back at the Cow Palace for a local show, and he's in good shape, man. He messed up a couple of things, but he's still, he can still go, dude. You saw him go in Lucha Underground, so he's still in good shape.
He can still wrestle, but we haven't seen him in the E for a long time. And we go, holy shit. Especially with the talks of who's the new 205 Live, man.
Yeah, but supposedly it's a one-off, and he hasn't signed anything yet, so.
I'm okay with that.
But
I'm okay with that. Sometimes you just need that one guy to show up and be like, hey, I still exist. Fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah, but for me, it's one of those things where I just, if Ray were to come back, I just don't want him to outshine the Cruiserweight division, because it's basically, it would be him and then everyone else. Yeah, and so.
Yeah, we can talk about the Cruiserweight division since that's like the only recognizable thing that happened all week.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's.
Cruiserweight division.
Yeah, but sticking with the Rumble, we'll come back to that in a second. But sticking with the Rumble, that final 6 though, I gotta say, the final 6 was kind of cool to see, to have Roman and Finn and Nakamura on one side, and then Orton and Ray and Cena on the other. It was kind of cool to see that happen.
Yeah, essentially the old guard lose like they did.
Yeah, exactly. And it was one of those things where even when it got down to the final 4 with Balor and Nakamura and Roman and Cena, I looked at that going, okay, Roman wins. It's what everybody kind of expected that WWE would book. If it's Nakamura, it's what the fanboys and the internet buzz has been about. So I'd be happy with that. I would be happy with Finn because it's still new blood. And honestly,
that probably gives him the pushback to where I think he probably belongs on Raw.
Exactly. And honestly, if Cena won, while I would have been a little bummed, I would have understood it, because again, that means Cena's going for his record-breaking title reign.
And he'll be wrestling Brock Lesnar.
More than likely, yeah. So we seen the that match was later on in the evening. So, yeah, man. It was a good way to finish the match, and Nakamura winning was just icing on the cake. And yeah, man. And I just realized we lost Aaron a while ago.
He hung up on us like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I just totally realized that. I was like, he hasn't chimed in here in a while. Oh, it's just you and me on the call right now. Ha! Funny.
I heard the thing that happens, Skype.
Yeah, I turn off all the sounds so I don't hear those things.
I don't know how.
But it's somewhere in the settings. But no, 205, dude. Yeah, they're supposed to have a new general manager, and you watched it this week, I'm presuming.
Oh yeah, because when I saw it on Instagram, I'm like, I must watch what's happening.
Yeah, so literally, like, right off the get-go, the 205 Live comes on the air, and all of a sudden you hear Daniel Bryan's music, and out walks Daniel Bryan. And right next to him is fucking Rockstar Spud. But
I don't think any of us really sat there going, yeah, Rockstar Spud's the one. We thought he'd be on 205 Live, but not in this capacity.
Well, but the fun part was with that, he introduces him as his new persona, Drake Maverick, which I think that
It's very 1980s.
well, see, I like the name Drake. I don't like the name Maverick. Personally, I would have loved it to be more British, and you could have done Drake Winston or Winston Drake or something like that. I think that would have been better. But I'm glad for Spud, and honest to God, I think the funniest part about it is they have to start doing like Twitter, Instagram battles of who has who wore it better, Drake Maverick or Corey Graves, and have like suit offs between them two, because they're always like wearing crazy suits. It's awesome.
I'd be okay with that.
But no, I mean, he came right in.
Crowd reaction, though, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I think people got it, and they actually acknowledged him. The commentators actually said formerly known as Rockstar Spud, which is cool. I'm glad they did that.
It was nice that they mentioned that, just in case people didn't realize who he was.
Yeah.
But I think the crowd reaction helped sell the fact that, holy shit, that's a guy we know. Because, like, oh, hey, Daniel Bryan comes out, you hear Yes Chance, also the Yes Chance die, you just hear random cheers.
Yeah.
When Drake walks out behind him, and he's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, a couple people started.
He hit the crowd a lot, too, like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you heard a couple people chanting Rockstar Spud. It wasn't very loud, just a smattering, but.
That was a good, no, you listen to the Spud. Pretty good Spud chant, especially from the group that was right by the stage. They made sure to let you know we knew who you are.
Yeah, and then, I mean, for him to basically, Daniel Bryan says, here's the microphone, go, and he just runs through the exact thing, basically, that they told him to talk about, saying that we're going to have the tournament and to determine a new champion, which they basically just totally didn't even acknowledge that Enzo Amore is gone. It's like, hey, I think we need a new champion, so we're going to have a tournament that's going to end at WrestleMania, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Very well done, though, on his part. He was really good. Let's be honest, make talk.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then I love the fact that he basically says, Mr. Graphics person in the truck, let's put the graphics up.
I hope he does more shit like that. He's going to be a lot of fun. Like, the few backstage segments that they did with him are really good, too. Like, when he calls out TJP.
Yeah, and then Gulak giving him the flowers, and then him turning around and then just giving the flowers to the other dude that just happens to be standing there.
The dude just looks at him like, what?
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Oh, man, he was so good. He was just on the screen for less than a minute.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those things where, I mean, TJP, I hate how people hate on him so much, dude. The guy is fucking great.
You mean how I used to?
Yeah, I know.
I saw a really bad match between him and Colt Cabana, and I just hated him for a while.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he was a local dude here. I mean, I knew him when he was wrestling under a mask before he even went to Impact as Suicide and all that shit there. And just he's a good wrestler, man. It's just he's been around since he was 16. So some people who've seen him wrestle for that long are kind of like, okay, we've seen it, and it's not like he's not a crazy spot monkey like an Ospreay or something like that, but he's good enough to be in the E. Dude, they picked him. He won the Cruiserweight Classic, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they saw something in him. So, God, man, it drives me nuts when people hate on him. And he's also got one of the coolest fucking theme songs ever made, dude.
The Mega Man stage?
I fucking love it, dude.
I want to play Mega Man every time I hear his song.
Yeah, dude. And then, but, I mean, okay, so somebody posted up something about saying that they were going to have how many people in the tournament? What was the number? Okay. There are only, 10 to 12 people officially on the Cruiserweight roster.
Well, we already know how they brought one in, Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
So he might maybe become a regular on the roster. I think Pete Dunne can do it as well, because, I mean, that man is called a Bruiserweight.
Yeah.
And it'll be really interesting if Pete Dunne has 2 titles.
Well, yeah, that... Let me see. I'm looking up this tournament thing to see if they the new general manager Drake Maverick announces this. Okay, so Let's see. So what matches did we have this past week? I'm trying to. We had. I'm looking right now again. Blah 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 blah. 16-man tournament. Fuck. It'd be helpful if I had the results in front of me, but I don't, cause I'm unprepared like that. Blah blah blah. Fun. Gotta love being prepared. 205 live.
Okay.
I know we had Cedric and somebody.
Well,
it was Cedric and Metalik, and then Bate and TJP.
Metalik looked very gassed throughout that match. He looked tired.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was
He really well, but he looked exhausted halfway through. You know, like you could tell he was huffing and puffing. But nonetheless, entertaining match. TJP versus Tyler Bate was much better.
Yeah.
So you know, I know the match is for Tuesday.
I was looking just on here. It looks like it's Lindsay Dorado against Kalisto and Roderick Strong against Itami.
Yes, Roderick Strong, who's also the number one contender for the UK title.
Yeah, after beating Tyler Bate. Wow, man. I'm shocked that they're doing it that way, but that's cool, man.
I wouldn't mind Roderick Strong coming up at all.
Oh, not at all.
Cruiserweight division, I think he's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of those few guys that can break out of the Cruiserweight division and go straight to the main roster and really play off for a mid-card title there. I have no problem with that, but, I mean, fuck it. Let's bring a few guys up for the tournament. You know, that's kind of how they did the women's tournament, the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah.
And it worked with a few and others it didn't.
So, yeah, hopefully everything will work out, man. Because, I mean, I like the idea of having a tournament. I wish it was going to be more, like, actual setup. Like, we had the regular tournament like it was before, but I get it. I mean, they got to have programming every week. And as long as let's have 2 matches, and that's it. And let them go for the 45 minutes now, because with mixed match, it's a little... they delayed the start time of it a little bit, so the show's maybe 45 minutes or so instead of an hour.
I'm okay with that. That's actually even better. Shorten it a little, short and sweet, to the point.
Yeah, and then you got matches that can go...
that could be good.
I mean, and if each match can be anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes, that's fine. That's definitely enough time. Especially at the pace that these guys go for most of them anyway. But Strong and Itami is going to be a completely different animal, man. That's going to be chain wrestling, freaking kicks, backbreakers. Oh, my God. Whereas Lindsay Dorado and Kalisto is going to be freaking 90 freaking miles an hour the whole damn time.
I think that's actually a good thing to have 2 completely,
very different matches
on the card.
Yeah. That's for damn sure.
That's going to allow people to see, different aspects of 205 Live.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that's why, I mean, granted, I know people are loving Gulak for the character. Gulak, yeah, he's always been one of those guys who I've always looked at him like he's like a Malenko style guy. He can tie you in a fucking...
I was joking with Tomas over the weekend, like, oh man, I love Drew Gulak. Who thought the guy with less personality than Dean Malenko would be this over?
Yeah, I mean, I love him. I think he's good. I wanted him to win the Cruiserweight Classic, but at the time, I mean, he got stuck in the same bracket as Zack Sabre Jr., so you kind of knew he was screwed.
I like Gulak, but he was not going that far. I'm sorry, dude, he wasn't.
Yeah, I seen some of his stuff from before, and I was just like, okay, cool, this guy's really fucking good.
Let's be honest, Drew Gulak had no character
at that time. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
He was just a stone-faced pro wrestler. There's nothing wrong with that, especially on the indies. But who knew he could pull this type of personality out and be this fucking good, where even if 205 Live was to go...
Yeah.
I could easily see him transitioning to a SmackDown position and being a top heel there.
Oh, could you imagine Drew Gulak bringing back a version of Right to Censor?
I just want that in general because I love that character, that gimmick. That was one of my favorite gimmicks.
Oh man, I just got a text from Aaron, and if he gets a chance to actually come back on air with us, I can only imagine the conversation we're gonna have because he apparently is talking to the cook, and the cook is drunk right now.
Oh, okay.
So that's why he hung up on us. But yeah, that's pretty freaking hilarious. So we shall see what happens.
All right, back to the Rumble.
Okay. Well, but yeah, man, it's funny because I was in, like how you're saying, pick the number kind of thing. So I was in with one of the groups. They randomly assign numbers. So in the men's Rumble, I had 15. Nakamura came out at 14. In the women's Rumble, I had 26. Asuka came out at 25. I was pissed.
Look, just be happy that you weren't Valdo, who had 13 in both, and he had, get this,
Vicky Guerrero?
No, he probably would have done better with Vicky Guerrero. No, in the women's, he had Lana.
Oh, gosh.
In the men's, he had the former Wuhan Nation.
Oh, fucking Apollo. That's funny.
I couldn't remember his name, so I figured I'd go with that one.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of it.
That's funny. Yeah, man. It's pretty good. I mean, nothing could be better than like a few years back when Michael Cole was in the Rumble, and I'm like, oh god, I'm freaking Michael Cole. What the fuck? Like, that was funny. And then Karma scared him, and he jumped over the rope.
As he should.
So, oh man, yeah, because we've had what, 3 women. It's been only 3 women in the Rumble, in the main men's Rumble. It was Karma was in one, Beth Phoenix, and Chyna, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 women. That's not so bad.
But Beth Phoenix is the only one to be in both Rumbles.
True, and she was also. Did Chyna eliminate anybody in the one she was in?
Probably.
Okay, I'm trying to remember if they.
I can see them not letting Chyna.
Yeah, that would make sense. Beth Phoenix freaking eliminating Kali by like freaking lip locking him was hilarious though. That was back when he was being the Punjabi playboy.
Yeah, it still has one of the best theme songs.
Yeah, I have no idea what the words are, but my brain always tries to like sing along and make sound.
Just bob my head.
Oh man. Well, shit. Oh man, yeah. No, the whole weekend, man, of wrestling was good, and then.
New Japan. I'll probably do that after this.
Oh yeah, man. Because just this past week there was a kind of a fallout between the Bullet Club, and it kind of looked like Kenny Omega got kicked out, and I guess there was some shit where he accidentally like kicked or punched one of the Bucks. And he's trying to apologize. It looked like everything was good, and then freaking Cody attacked him, and outran freaking what's his name? Kota Ibushi, his former partner from when they were the Golden Lovers or whatever their tag team name was back in the day.
That was it. Yes, the Golden Lovers.
Yeah, so we might have that coming back, and then Aaron was telling us before we're coming on air that I guess Cody is gonna fight against Kenny Omega at the Ring of Honor show WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, I kind of want to go to that more than anything else.
Yeah, I'm still torn. I want to go, but it's like I hate spending so much money.
I don't have
Because it's not just Mania. Like, it'd be different if it's like a flight, a hotel, and go watch Mania. It's like a flight, hotel, go watch Mania, and then go do like other things the whole weekend, and it all adds.
Go watch NXT, then go watch ROH, then go watch Pro Wrestling Guerrillas, then maybe see him Butch on the Grounds in the neighborhood, and then go watch Evolve, and then go watch Dragon Gate USA, and blah blah blah, yada yada.
Holy hell! You sent me a crap ton of images. What the heck is all this stuff?
There's a gallery where modern day stars are imitating some of the classic photos of yesteryear.
Yeah, I've seen some of these. These are pretty cool.
And I just posted my favorite ones.
I like.
There was one of them imitating the bedpan incident. And it's Tyler Breeze as Stone Cold hitting Breezango with the bedpan.
That's funny. Yeah, I saw the
Fandango. Like, he can't be hitting himself at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The one that I seen was I remember the Acolytes one with it was me, Austin. That thing. There's another one that you didn't put in there, but the one with Natty and I can't remember which other one as Edge and Christian. It was Charlotte. Okay.
I think it was Charlotte.
Yeah, as Edge and Christian, that was a pretty fun one too. The New Day, man, as the Acolytes is kind of cool.
No, my favorite one is Nikki and what's his name as the
Stephanie and Test.
No, as the wedding.
Yeah, that was supposed to be. Yeah, Stephanie and Test from the. Yeah, Stephanie and Test. That was it was Big E and God damn it, Open. You still there?
I'm still here. I'm
okay.
For you to finish.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it was the whole supposed to be when Stephanie sees the video of them when she was passed out drunk and they go through the drive-thru wedding and freaking out, going, I hate you.
Yeah, good times.
Shoot, man. You know what? I mean, with the Raw 25.
God, that was horrible.
Nostalgia purposes, okay, cool.
No, it was horrible.
I want to see Damien Demento, damn it.
That's even worse.
I'm sorry. I just thought it would have been funny if all of a sudden the Undertaker's cutting his promo and out walks Damien Demento.
No. You're worse than boobs right now.
I know. I have my moments where I'm pretty bad at shit. Man.
Oh, no, there's bad, and then there's holy fuck, that's boobs level.
Boobs level bad, yeah. Oh, man. I was
you should be shunned for that.
Shunned. Oh, man. I was going to ask you, the match, the Tyler Bate and TJP match was pretty good. The week before, there was a match. I gotta go back and watch it again. Because people were saying, "Oh my God, this is such a good match too." Was Mustafa Ali and Cedric, yeah. And
I honestly like Cedric chasing so much. If they were to put the belt on someone, I want them to put it on Mustafa Ali. I actually think he can run with the title.
Yeah, I mean they're hyping him up, man. They're giving him like video packages and stuff too lately.
Because he's good.
Well, yeah, he's good, no doubt about that. But I'm just like wondering if they're teasing that as a way to think, okay, maybe they're gonna put it on him, and then like rip our hearts out at the very end.
They could definitely do that easily.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of who else could they put in there. So, because, I mean, if we get Roderick, I mean, now, and we saw Tyler Bate compete, I mean, I'm trying to think of who else they might throw in there as an alternative. I mean, we mentioned Pete Dunne. Is Eric Young down to 205?
I got no idea. He looks small enough.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of who else is small enough that's on NXT or from the main roster that could come down to 205 even. I don't know, man. I'm torn. I'm like,
Maybe they'll bring back Kota Ibushi for one match.
Yeah, I mean, technically, or maybe this is coming out of left field. Maybe Johnny Gargano comes up.
Maybe for a match. I don't think that we're going to see him there full time. Do you?
I don't know, especially with what's just happening now that we saw at that takeover with Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, but you never know. You could bring both of them up and continue that rivalry up there too.
True, in the tournament.
Yeah, and
It should be your tournament finals.
Yeah,
we haven't seen brackets for it yet.
Yeah, so we don't know who's facing who next. Anyway, we just know winners of matches. I mean, I would love to see Johnny Gargano on the main roster. Like that guy, man, he is awesome. And I know how you felt about Ciampa at the very onset, and we're back in the day.
Well, I'll be the first one to say when I first saw Tommaso Ciampa in his first time, I saw him in an ROH match in New York back in, I would say, 07 or 08. He was horrible. I thought he was absolute trash.
Yeah.
Next show, 3 months later, back in New York, of course, better. A year later, probably the 5th show we've seen him in. Holy shit! When did he get this good?
Mm-hmm.
Literally, those are the words that came out of our mouths when we were watching Tommaso Ciampa. And it was fucking fantastic. And then I remember at one show, Nana was yelling at me at the crowd because I knew Nana through Valdo.
Yeah.
So I'd spoken to him a few times. And he saw me, he's like, you need to watch what's going on in the ring right now. And I'm like, yeah, your guy's getting his ass kicked. He turns around and he sees Ciampa getting his ass kicked.
That's funny.
So it was a good spot there for what was going down. But yeah, I think afterwards, a couple of months later afterwards, I actually had Valdo went with a couple of guys from the show to eat, and they let me tag along.
Now, what if? I know he's been kind of in a mid-card title hunt there, but what about Xavier Woods? You think Xavier Woods to 205 would?
He should have been there a while ago.
Would be good for him because he can be the guy on that show.
He should have been there a while ago.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he's doing great work on SmackDown as part of the
New Day.
I think, honestly, he should be in 205 Live as one of the main characters there. But then again, that also might hurt. Think about it. There's a lot of guys in there that have great personalities that might get drowned out because motherfucking Xavier Woods.
Yeah, that's true.
We can't forget about that.
Well, one person we kind of didn't forget about, but he disappeared for a while, is the Aaron Kendrick, who's back now. What's up?
Don't forget about me.
Okay.
I was trying, but you're not letting me.
Yeah.
So what happened there? I heard somebody was a little tipsy.
Yeah, the woman that cooks or that does the breakfast every morning came in, and she's been at a party with her one of her classmates from the class of probably 1950.
Oh God.
So yeah, she came in, and she's always wanting to lecture me on everybody. Now we get along, but she lectures me about everybody else. So and it's always a good time.
That's
and
fun.
I'm not being facetious. It's hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the 205, the debut of Drake Maverick and the tournament coming up, and you logged in here, and I seen you enter the room just as we were talking about the possibility of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa maybe joining the roster there, or even Xavier Woods coming down. Any thoughts on that, and who you got to win maybe the next be the next cruiserweight champion?
Well, I gotta say, for selfish reasons, I hope Roderick Strong does not win the title because I want to see him on an actual main roster show in a main roster rivalry.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I kind of want him to go to the next round, though. I think him beating a Tommy would make a Tommy snap, and then Tommy go heel.
I think Tommy's gonna win. Personally.
I think it would be, yeah, I mean, him winning and going further, I can understand why they would do it, but I kind of like Scott's idea about, like, Itami losing and just absolutely losing his shit, and maybe, like, kayfabe hurting Strong. Gives him more heat, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Hey, if I mean, who else is stronger though? Like, who's strong enough to go into the match and win, or into the tournament rather? Like, it's got to be one of those two. I feel like.
Well, I mean, let's say Tommaso Ciampa or Johnny Gargano come up for this tournament. They're very good candidates. Cedric Alexander is the top candidate if you think about it.
Yeah, he was right there to face Enzo for the title anyway. Supposed to be.
And I think if you gave him the title, it'd be the crowd would be very appreciative of it. He's a fan favorite, obviously.
I say Neville wins.
That'd be awesome if Neville came back.
I still feel like he's got to come back at some point.
See, that wouldn't bother me.
No.
Especially if he was in this tournament.
Yeah, he's like the last guy mentioned or something like that. You get, sorry Tony Nese, but put Tony Nese against a mystery opponent and out walks Neville.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Neville should be there regardless, you know. That's his division. If it weren't for him, the division wouldn't be where it is. Which, you know, it's not really saying a whole lot, but considering where it was a year ago compared to now, I mean, Neville was still champion then, but before him it was Rich Swann. And Rich Swann carrying the division, you know,
Yeah.
nobody cared about that. But there came a point, 4 or 5 months in Neville's reign where, like, that was the match to see every week.
Yeah. He
At least in my opinion.
Well, and when it got to a point where Austin Aries was there, I was sitting there thinking, there's no way Neville can withstand that one. After all the onslaught he'd gotten from all the different competitors, for Aries to come in.
Well, that's the problem. I think Aries would still be in the company if they actually gave him the fucking title for more than a week.
True. But, I mean, they didn't even give him that. Yeah.
Like, that was just bad on that part. Like, you have Austin fucking Aries. Top tier talent. Give him the fucking title.
Yeah. I mean,
It's the fucking Tozawa. You can't give it to Aries?
Yeah, fuck, man. I've been saying, I mean, and you guys can confirm this. I've been saying this for a long time. When Aries won the belt in Ring of Honor, I was like, that dude can win a world title anywhere. Then he goes to Impact and wins a world title there. And then he comes over here, and I'm like, oh, sweet, finally, maybe it'll actually happen. And then it's like, oh, god damn it, you wasted it. And it could have.
It should have.
But
I don't blame him for leaving the way he did, especially knowing what's happening in TNA with him.
yeah, fuck, instantaneously gets the belt back. So,
And I ain't happy about that, but in the end, I understand why he did it.
yeah, I mean, I know that there's shit going around.
It just goes to show you that Don Callis has an eye for top talent, as he likes to say.
Yeah, we'll see how everything goes with that. It's funny. I was actually listening to a Cornette thing and on YouTube, and I don't normally listen to Cornette, and usually Aaron's the one who plays it, and in the background I hear it as I'm talking to him. But Cornette was shooting on Enzo, and it was funny because the way he...
So, Enzo Amore.
Yeah, he couldn't say Amore. Enzo Amore. It was funny. Yeah. But he was basically, the way he was shooting on him was like, so all the crap that went down with Enzo figured, hey, if I hide this from them, the accusation back in October, if I hide this from them, that by the time they find out, and I'm running this division as their champ, they basically can't fire me. And Cornette was like, boy, were you fucking wrong. Yeah. Yeah, Cornette was like, dude, you are way off on this one. It was funny. I'm like, hey, I can see Enzo's thought process being that. Because he's not John fucking Cena, though. It's like, dude, he's got an ego the size of Texas there, I guess.
If John Cena supposedly raped someone, he'd be shit canned.
Oh, dude, he would. Because that's the last. WWE doesn't need that there. I mean, wrestling has a stigma against it already as it is for not being a quote unquote sport or whatever. Over the years, we've had so much crap in the last decade with the bullying stuff. And then
Look at Hulk Hogan. He had consensual sex, and look at him.
Yeah, well, Hulk Hogan had problems because of his recording of the recording of a conversation he had, and using certain words. It wasn't.
Well, I mean, some people just talk dirty in different ways.
I'm still waiting for the old story to come out again about the supposed Macho Man Stephanie relations, and all of a sudden that comes into play, and they're using that as like politicking to get people out of the E.
Oh God!
That old infamous, possibly untrue story that everybody keeps perpetrating.
Yeah, we need to get Stephanie out. She took advantage of Savage.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy if they. I don't know. Hey, whatever. But shit, man. No, I mean 205 Live. I think is gonna have. Hopefully, this is gonna be the shot in the arm that it needs. And I mean, we said it before. Spud, Drake Maverick, whatever you want to call him. The guy can talk. He's got the gift of gab. I think he's going to do fine. I think he'll do fine as the GM. I mean, I think other people were hoping it was Ray. Were hoping it was Vicky. I have no problem with this. I really
Personally,
don't.
I'm hoping it was going to be Hurricane.
Yeah, I could have seen that too, especially considering he did the Rumble spot too.
Yeah, that's what a lot of us were also thinking. Like, oh shit, Hurricane. Well, they do need 205, and then that didn't happen either. It's like,
and the fact that the Hardys are there too, so they have some pull. So that could have happened. That's probably how he got into the Rumble, is because of the Hardys. I wouldn't doubt that.
Maybe they just also wanted to throw, Gregory Helms a bone because he never left the company on bad terms.
Or maybe,
Everybody loved Gregory Helms.
or maybe it was Molly Holly who got him in.
Man, she looked good,
She
didn't
was
she?
like universally regarded as like one of the nicest people ever in the business.
Mm-hmm.
She's also one of the best looking.
Dude, it's funny to see, man, how hot some of those women are still to this
Oh
day.
my God! But I listened to Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson so much that when number 30 hit and Trish Stratus came out, I literally said out loud, "Roll Tide."
Because that's a Conrad thing, yeah.
Yeah, he's from Alabama, and he says "Roll Tide" and everything.
That's funny.
So here I am in Arkansas saying "Roll Tide."
Jeez, man. But, I mean, dude, Trish was looking hot. Freaking... Dude.
Beth Phoenix looks like she hasn't skipped a beat.
Yeah, Beth...
Seriously, Edge is a lucky motherfucker, isn't he?
Tori Wilson.
Not just that, though. Like, Beth Phoenix looks like she could be in her prime right now.
I mean, if she wasn't going for her Masters, I'd ask for her to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, seriously, like, Tori Wilson looks like she's in better shape than she was when she was a competitor.
Well, she is. She's a fitness model.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I know she's doing that stuff. I mean, granted, Kelly wasn't the best wrestler ever, but she's still, nice to look at. She's the...
She was a down point last there in that show.
Yeah,
She looked great visually.
It was, yeah, she was the youngest of the returners, I guess is the best way to put it, because when she started in ECW, she was only like 19.
Yeah, she's like
she's not. I don't even think she's 30 yet.
She's, at least early 30s.
I don't know. We can look that up real quick here. But yeah, I honestly, dude, like it was cool. Even Lita, man, it's so awesome to see her in the ring. And I was always under the impression that Lita like got injured and couldn't get back in the ring. So,
well, I'm glad she did, because she looked fantastic for the few moments that she was in there. Also, Kelly,
there were a couple of quick moments there that looked like she had kind of lost a step. Like, she looked like she was hesitating in a couple of times.
Michelle McCool looked like she slipped a couple of times.
Yeah, well, I think maybe Lita's done, at least probably worked out a lot more when it came to the business than sticking around and trying to stay. I think Michelle McCool just kind of just went, I'm done completely.
Yeah.
And like you tell, the ring rust is definitely, crusty on her.
Yeah. See, I would...
Can Trish come back full time? Like, holy fuck!
Yeah, dude, she was smoking. But
not just the way she looked. She wrestled like she didn't skip a beat on that one.
it was
fun that had very little to no ring rust going on with her.
It was funny because somebody posted up a picture from the Rumble that it was Trish and Mickey kind of doing the little stare down. They like noticed each other, and the caption was the moment when every single guy thought back to one specific moment in WWE history.
We were all cracking jokes about it.
Oh God, I'm sitting there going, "Wow, that one moment that nobody will ever be able to relive on the network because it's gone. They deleted it from the network, so you could never see it again unless you go on YouTube."
I don't think it's even on the DVD. I think
It's not. It's not.
It's on YouTube.
I have a DVD. It's not.
Dang.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched that DVD though.
That's funny. Oh man, it's such a trip though. But no, it was cool seeing everybody. And in all honesty, it would be kind of fun to see, even if they had a Mania match and have Trish and Lita against, say, Sasha and Bayley, and just even if it's a pre-show match, just to give them one new opportunity to come back.
I'm convinced that Beth Phoenix could be the first ever Hall of Famer to have a run in the company.
I can see that. She
could come back and have a run as a Hall of Famer.
Well, and I love the fact the way that they played her elimination off with her and Natty being best friends and hugging it out, and then all of a sudden Natty tossed her. I was like, oh God, I love that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
If they put those two together in a match one-on-one,
oh dude, they'd tear the fucking house down, dude.
Yeah, Beth Phoenix looks like she didn't skip a beat at all. I could see her coming back and having some great matches with all the women on the card right now. I would love to see that, but she's busy.
Yeah.
She's busy doing things.
Glamour
is like a highlight of the last 10 years.
That's funny.
Oh, I miss the Glamazon so much, though.
Every single time you say Glamorella, my brain goes to Santino like jumping into her arms and her carrying him.
Well, hell yeah.
Oh God, that was funny. And that
felt like she should have been the Intercontinental Champion and he should have been the Women's Champion.
Well, and I think that's the funny part. We harp on comedy spots and comedy wrestling from time to time, but sometimes it just fits and it just works, and that just worked. And
well, good comedy wrestling is good comedy wrestling. A lot of times it's just not good.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from with that, even though I enjoy watching Colt Cabana wrestle. I know you.
He's not very good. That he became a bitter old man when he got fired.
Yeah, but he's still working with Ring of Honor. He's been doing commentary with Riccaboni, whatever his name is. Yeah.
That dude.
I won't be listening to that.
Who is that guy that does the play-by-play? He looks like Palmer Cannon. Remember him?
Palmer Cannon.
He was the network executive on SmackDown for a while.
Oh, I do vaguely remember seeing that on one of like the guys, one of those like top 10 people you kind of knew but didn't know, like actually wrestled.
If memory serves, I believe the Boogeyman is the guy that ran him off.
Okay. That's funny. Yeah, I do remember seeing it on one of those.
Comedy spots. Remember when the Boogeyman ate the mole out of Jillian's face?
Jillian.
Ah, yes, the melted gummy bears.
Oh.
Yes. Is that what that was?
I don't know what it was. It was either that or an oatmeal cookie. It had to be.
An oatmeal cookie.
See, the fun part is I don't usually think about that one. I just in my head hear the very, very out of tune. You know you want me. I'm like, oh. God. When she was doing her Britney Spears bullshit run.
Singing, what was it, Sunny song?
I don't know what it was.
I mean, it's a good heat getter.
No doubt, dude.
But it's just hard to sit through.
Yeah. I honestly, dude, I think if it would have happened, I think the funniest thing could have been number 1, Elias, number 2, Aiden English, number 3, Honky Tonk Man. That would have been to start off the Rumble would have been fucking hilarious. For me, I don't know. I think that would have been cool.
I don't know. I feel like it should have been Elias and Aiden English, or maybe Elias and one of the New Day.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Dude, you know what? Seeing.
I would have let Elias lasted as long as he did.
Well, and then on top of that, freaking almost 30 minutes for Andrade Cien Almas.
Yeah, especially after going 30 minutes the night before.
Yeah, holy hell! And then Adam Cole wearing the battle scars there.
Oh man, that was great. It was a great reaction for Adam Cole too.
Yeah. I mean, so it's nice to see NXT represented. I didn't think either of them would be in it because of the fact that
all of the NXT guys you could have chosen, right?
Yeah.
So, wasn't expecting them.
The thing that stuck out to me the most when he made his entrance was we don't know that Vince has watched Adam Cole yet.
Yeah.
So when he walked out, and Vince is right behind that curtain, when he walked out and everyone in that arena screamed his name.
Yeah. That probably made a big deal.
For Adam Cole, I promise.
Yeah, no.
Well, let's be honest. I think Undisputed has been getting very well booked so far in NXT.
Well, yeah.
2 nice tag champs. And while Adam Cole has lost 2 high-profile matches, he has looked very good overall, and his character has been top-notch in there. So, obviously, Adam Cole was going to get pushed the instant he was signed.
And you know what? It's one of those things too. We know how instrumental an entrance theme is. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's a persona, and there's just something about that for me. The theme song for Undisputed that it just screams just cockiness and arrogance to me, and
song to me. I mean, it sounds kind of stock and generic.
See, it does. Yeah, I know. And it's one of those things where like you see like when Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly come out, Kyle O'Reilly has a swagger to him because he's playing.
Swagger, Bobby Fish. Who the fuck knew he had this type of charisma?
Yeah.
Like, some of the shit he was doing in that tag match, like when I think it was Akam that had him up. He's trying to crawl back into the ring. Akam grabs like, oh god, no, and then he gets slammed. It's just like, Jesus Christ, that shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
Those are kind of reactions that I want. That like, fuck me type of moment. That was great. I was watching a match with Homicide one time, local show. He was wrestling, I believe it was Too Cold Scorpio. Scorpio goes for a high cross body off the top. Homicide just looks up and goes, oh shit! And he gets landed on.
That's funny.
And it's those things, those reactions that just feel more natural. It's like, oh crap, you don't want that shit to happen to you, but you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to see the match of Homicide versus Too Cold Scorpio.
Yeah, you kind of do. I wish I had that. I wish I could find like a DVD of it. I don't think the guy who did the shows recorded them. And it was an amazing match, though. No, Too Cold Scorpio. This was, I think, back in 2014 or 15, so Scorpio was already in his late 40s, and Homicide actually gave a shit in this match. This is one of the matches where Homicide didn't phone it in. He was working a I hate ECW, so I'm going to fight anyone from ECW character. So he wrestled Julio De Niro, Tommy Dreamer, Balls Mahoney, and Too Cold Scorpio. They went 25 minutes.
Julio De Niro, he was
teaming with Simon Diamond at one point.
Okay. For some reason, I think of
Here Comes the Pope.
Well,
I think of D'Angelo De Niro. Would I?
Well, no.
Julio De Niro tried to give me Maximus Sex Powers robe to rub my ass on. I'm like, no. I should have grabbed and just thrown it back at MSP. He deserved better. He is the hip swivel champion. Or at least he was. I don't know if he gave him the title back or not.
I wonder what Vinny the Guido is up to these days.
That's a name I haven't thought of in a while.
We could probably bring him in here with us on the show sometime. He's always down to do stuff like that.
What do you think they're gonna go next with Velveteen Dream? Like, what do you think is the next step for him? Because he just beat Cassius Ohno. I mean, I know Cassius Ohno, that guy if he doesn't get brought up soon himself, I don't think he's ever gonna get there. Like, if they don't bring him up within the next couple months, I don't think that's it.
Well, like the rumors of Sheamus. Like, what's going to happen with Sheamus soon? This whole neck injury that he's dealing with.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
like, is this like a last pity run for him? Because he's not taking a lot of bumps.
No, that's for sure. Aaron, you sound like you were chiming in there too.
Yeah, I don't think you should expect anyone to be called up before WrestleMania.
True. Yeah, I mean, Velveteen though. I mean, coming off the wins that he has, do you think? I mean, he could be right up in there for the title picture soon enough. Could you imagine him going being the next guy to take on Almas?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
No, not really. I don't know who he could face yet. I mean, he definitely feels more like a special attraction already.
I mean, because Black, I mean, you would think Black's got to be up there in the mix now. Absolutely in the mix. I mean, Gargano, I mean, could be there, but I think with what's going on with Ciampa, that's going to happen soon enough, unless Ciampa's still theoretically injured and can't be cleared to be in the ring.
No, he's already been cleared. I think there's a storyline just to fuck with people.
Okay.
It better be.
Yeah, because I want to see Gargano and Ciampa have their rivalry, but I mean, Gargano should be up there in the title picture. I think Black.
I don't know. I mean, he's had his chance. He's literally lost 3 times.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Black should be up.
Thomas ever had a bad match? Nope.
True.
So, don't you think it would be that much of a bigger deal if he actually won the next time?
I mean, if he won this time, I think this would have been the best time to put him, put it on him, but Almas deserves that run, too. So this is a very hard match to cheer for.
By the way, that match got 5 stars by Meltzer.
No shit, really?
Shocking.
So Meltzer finally pulled his head out of his ass and realized that there are actually good matches outside of Japan?
Thank you for that.
That's awesome, man.
Joke. That's like the biggest running joke on the Bruce Pritchard show.
Now, I gotta ask, is
that Meltzer is still outside of Japan?
It still would have been 6 stars if it was in Japan.
Nice.
It would have been 7 stars. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Now,
if Match in America gets 5 stars, might as well. Yeah.
What do you
7.
What do you think the odds are that McIntyre doesn't ever go back to NXT and goes right up to the main roster?
Oh, honestly, if he was able to come back in time for the Rumble, I thought he would have been in it. If he wasn't injured, I don't think he would have stayed down there that long. I could easily see him coming back to SmackDown whenever he's right ready to go.
I think next year is going to be finally when we get the 3MB reunion in the Rumble.
The 3MB reunion tour.
McIntyre fixed them all up. Yeah. Heath Slater's still employed at that point.
I can't believe that Heath Slater is as over as he is, being basically a fucking jobber. It's amazing.
He's got kids.
Well, and he and Rhino, weren't they the first ever SmackDown Tag Champions too?
They were.
I mean, you're never taking that away from him too. That's the best part about it. As much as he could be a jobber.
He should win a title eventually. I mean, he's been pretty much of a workhorse jobber there for how long? You gotta give the man a hand every once in a while. I mean, WWE, yeah, they shit on a lot of their wrestlers, but they will also be like, okay, you've been here a while. We picked on you a little too much. Here's your bone.
Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder, they have a bone on a string, and it's like, you can't reach it. You can't reach it. You can't reach it. It's like an adult, like a human toying with a cat. Zack Ryder.
I feel like Zack Ryder's problem is that he doesn't do himself any favors on social media.
Also, his gimmick's gotten very stale. He needs to change that shit.
Yeah, he's not very intimidating at all when you look at his social media. All he does is talk about toys. Like, you wouldn't think someone like that would win a fight against really anybody.
Did you see the backstage documentary on Finn Balor when basically all he does in his spare time is play with Legos? I don't know. Yeah, dude. It's funny. Like, the generations have changed completely. It's funny to hear, I mean, basically the old-timers talk shit about the younger generation because all they want to do is play video games and shit when they're like, we were drinking out at the bar and this, all these guys.
Yeah, now if you were dead.
Yeah, that's...
Before 50. Fuck you! Let the nerds be nerds! The nerds are the reason why you had wrestling fans, okay? They wanted to be superheroes. They couldn't be superheroes, so they became pro wrestlers. It's the closest thing you're gonna get.
That is true.
Happy they're still a business because of fucking nerds. You fucking washed up assholes.
And hey, at least when it comes down to it, we do have the old school throwbacks with Wilder and Dawson being basically like Ole and Arn.
Mm-hmm.
So, you'd say Tully. Either or, don't matter.
There's more brainbusters than Minnesota Wrecking Crew.
So, but I still think it's cool. Even Gallows and Anderson, just to have that throwback feel to them too, and I like that. And I'm to a point where I like the fact that they're kind of slowly. Finn's always going to be beloved, but it's one of those things where they're slowly trying to, like, okay, can we maybe push him in that direction a little bit? And I don't know if it's going to work in WWE because he's so beloved, but I don't know. The Balor Club, Bullet Club, whatever thing they want to try to do. I don't know.
Just the club?
Yeah.
I don't mind the whole Balor Club thing. I think it's actually giving Finn a lot more personality than he had.
Oh, he does. Smile.
It's a little bit more than that now, at least in promos.
Yeah.
You know, having some people bounce some shit off of, it's actually been a little bit better.
Every time I hear him say Balor Club, I feel like he needs to be saying Kanji Club.
Kanji Club. From Star Wars.
That's Kanji Club.
Yeah. I couldn't help but cringe when they did the Balor Club promo in the middle of the ring with the quote unquote Champions Club there, and they just there's a word for people like you, Jason, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh god, please don't, and then he goes, oh, and it starts with an N, and I'm like, oh god.
Wait. We having a Randy Marsh moment here?
No, dude. But yeah, then they went the whole nerds gimmick. But it was just, oh my god, it just sounded bad. Like, I knew where they were going with it, but just when they did it in the ring, I'm like sitting there thinking, yeah, like the South Park Randy.
This could go so wrong.
Exactly. Just if somebody happened to tune in and had never seen it before and never watched the Gallows and Anderson and their nerd thing, you hear that and you're like, wait, what? I don't know. That was just like, yeah, damn. Let's see. I'm looking on the wiki thing right now. I'm trying to see who had the most eliminations here.
Well, while you're looking that up, I'd like to point out that sounds like from the spoilers, unfortunately, that I read for NXT, which makes me kind of upset. But one of the good things that I read, I mean, the spoilers have been good. I'm just upset I read them. The return of the Dusty Tag Team Classic.
Oh, nice. Well, we've seen the return of TM61, which is awesome.
Yes, they look great.
The mighty Don't Kneel.
So I'm going to give you simple spoilers that aren't really big spoilers.
Okay.
Trevor Ricochet Man debuts as...
Ricochet.
Yes.
Yay, I saw the video.
6:30 as his finisher.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying that's what happened.
That move is beautiful.
He wrestles. I'm not going to say if he won or not. I'm just saying the 6:30 does come into play. We see the return of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Dakota Kai should be becoming a regular.
Yay.
And, is still not friendly with Shayna Baszler.
Of course.
And Ciampa is Ciampa. And apparently people don't like Ciampa.
Well, I love the fact that Mauro Ranallo this week actually called him the Sicilian Psychopath.
Yes. I love the shirt though, black heart and shit that he has on it.
Yeah.
Me, I like that shirt.
So the top time in the Rumble, in the men's Rumble, was Balor. He was number 2. He went 57 plus minutes.
Impressive.
He also had 4 eliminations.
Not bad.
And then we had Bray Wyatt had 3 eliminations. Nakamura had 3 eliminations. And then John Cena had 3 eliminations, and Roman Reigns also had 4. So Balor and Roman.
Not a huge switch from usual.
Yeah, but it also wasn't like we had one guy who had like 9 this time either.
I kind of like that. That's better.
Yeah. So top times, Finn Balor, like I said, 57 plus. Nakamura went 44 plus. Rusev went 30 plus. Rollins went 22, and then wrestled a match after that, which was awesome. I gotta say, that's kind of cool that he did that. Cena went just shy of 30, and then Roman went almost just shy of 22. So,
not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for Elias went 26, and then
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that Elias is getting, the push that he is.
And here's the fun one. Okay. Just shy of 30 minutes, Andrade Cien Almas.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, all the big names that, I mean, we expected them to do time-wise and eliminations, but to see Elias getting 26, Cien Almas getting almost 30, and Rusev getting 30, I'm like, God damn, man.
Tomas really wanted Rusev to win. I was on that with him, but I knew he wouldn't.
Yeah, that would have been cool if Rusev pulled that one off.
Did you guys see that calendar that I tagged you guys?
Yes. Did you not see my response?
Every day is Rusev Day.
Yeah, dude, that's great. That's amazing.
Is that for sale?
I believe it is.
Oh my God, really? I thought it was a joke.
Rusev Day every day of the year.
I'm going to www.shop.com. Let's see.
Oh, good Lord, that is
Search
awesome.
function. Rusev Day. Yes.
That's
Rusev,
amazing.
Happy Rusev Day calendar. $9.95.
Good Lord.
Oh my God. Happy Rusev Day 15 ounce mug $9.99. This one I think would be amazing to have. The Happy Rusev Day tapestry blanket.
Oh God.
For $50.
Why do I feel like he has one of those in every room of his house?
It's 48 by 60. I just want to throw that on the bed in the living room.
Okay, I'm trying to remember here how this went. I'm looking at the women's Rumble now. So most times Sasha Banks with just shy of 55 minutes.
45 of them spent outside the ring.
Yeah, Becky Lynch went 30. Sarah Logan was in there for almost 17 minutes. Let's see. I'm sorry.
As much as I enjoyed the women's Rumble, the booking for it wasn't great in my opinion.
Yeah, Carmella was in there.
Far too many women spent their time outside the ring.
Yeah.
I wasn't enjoying that portion.
Carmella in there for just shy of 19. Natalya just shy of 26. Nia was in there for just shy of 18. Asuka was in there just shy of 20.
Hey, off topic, just real quick.
Sure.
I think retirement match tonight.
Oh, is that on her retirement match tonight?
In the UK, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Who's?
Gail Kim.
Gail Kim.
Really?
Yeah. Sad day.
I was hoping that she would be a surprise entrant in the Rumble. That would have been fun.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
So let's see. Eliminations. Sasha had 3. Becky Lynch 2. We had somebody. I'm wondering if they screwed this up, or maybe I missed a whole bunch of stuff. This thing says Michelle McCool eliminated 5 people.
She did.
Holy fuck! How did I miss that?
She did a clean fucking house. And everyone's like, well, we know she's married to the Undertaker.
Yeah. So she got 5 people. She had the most. Nia had 4. Asuka had 3. And Nikki Bella had 4. Trish had 3. That's crazy, man. It took damn near everybody in the ring at the time to eliminate Nia, too.
As it should have. As it should have.
Vicky.
Although if Beth Phoenix threw her over, I would have been pissed and pleased at the same time.
Yeah. Dude, this is
Because she's one of the few people I can honestly believe could just toss someone like Nia Jax like nothing. Like how Cesaro, potato sacked Big Show a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, at that pay-per-view, that Rumble, that WrestleMania when we were watching that was the only thing that got all 4 of us out of our seats. All 4 of us, when we saw that happen, literally jumped out of our seats and started yelling about that moment. Nothing else throughout the whole night made us do that but that one moment.
God damn.
We all thought that was just amazing. I'm very happy that Rusev is willing to share his calendar with his wife and his tag team partner, Aiden English.
Dude, it's so funny because I didn't even think twice about it with Michelle McCool, but wow, yeah, she eliminated Sonya Deville, Liv Morgan, Molly Holly, and Lana, and the group that eliminated Vicky Guerrero. Wow, god damn.
So 4.5.
Basically,
It's like, 3 guys sack a quarterback, each get half a sack.
Yeah, which means wait, how do you get 1.5 sacks on 1 sack? I love statisticians. That's so funny.
I just love the fact that 3 guys can sack a quarterback and they each get half a sack out of it.
Yeah,
The match would be so fucked up. What's his name? Shit. Strahan wouldn't have the sack record for a while, like he did.
Oh yeah.
If you only get a third of a sack for this one.
It seems to me we need to call Steiner in here to figure that rule out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, hey, Scotty Steiner, can you help us figure out, sack math?
See, I was.
You all get 1.3 and 7/8 sacks because you're all just a bunch of fat asses.
I was kind of hoping for on the pre-show a gimmick battle royal and to bring some of the old timers back in for a little thing. I thought that would have been fun, or even do it on Raw the night after.
They did that shit at WrestleMania 16, I think, didn't they? Or WrestleMania 14?
It was one of them.
Or 17?
I don't remember when they. What was it, Aaron? 17. Let me see. I'm gonna look that shit up again because I want to remember who was in it.
The Goon was. So was Gobbly Gooker.
Gobbly Gooker, Brother Love, Jim Cornette was in it.
The gimmick battle royal.
The Dumpster Drosy.
It was called by Bobby Heenan and Mean Gene.
Yeah, no, Iron Sheik wound up winning it, right?
Iron Sheik won it. That's a gimmick battle royal.
That's funny. Hillbilly Jim was in it.
I had a good time with that stupid thing that they did there. That was fun.
It's
It only lasted 4 minutes too, not even 3.5 minutes.
Oh, the freaking Repo Man, freaking the Bushwhackers, Tugboat. Dude, that's awesome. Freaking Michael Hayes. Oh, Kimchi! They actually put Kimchi in it.
And you want to know something funny? They remember the Legends of WrestleMania video game that came out?
Yes, I had it for PlayStation 2.
Yeah, that was, I think, the first wrestling game you and I played together.
Possibly, yeah.
But Michael Hayes was in that game. His only WrestleMania match ever was the gimmick battle royal.
That's hilarious. I didn't even think about that.
And he actually wrestled as Doc Hendricks, even though we all knew he was Michael Hayes.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't y'all put me in that game? I was in that battle royale.
That's so funny.
That was a pity entrance for him. That's what that was.
Dude, you guys remember, back on the PlayStation 1, WCW versus the World? You guys remember that game?
No, because I didn't play video games for the most part. And I don't think I ever really owned a wrestling video game.
Okay.
Now, I do have one called WCW NWO World Tour, but that's on Nintendo 64.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up the roster for this one just because it's kind of funny when you think about it.
Send me a link so that I can look at this game just to make sure you're not getting it confused with the one I have.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, I'm bringing it up right now. I'm hoping that they have the Come on, damn it! I wish it had everything that I need it to. Okay, yeah, it does. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna send you the link right now from giantbomb.com. I kid you not, that's the actual fucking website. So they had WCW characters. They had Benoit, Malenko, Guerrero, Hogan, Luger, Masahiro Chono, Ric Flair, Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, Lord Steven Regal, Sting, Ultimo Dragon, The Unknown, and an unlockable Jeff Jarrett. And then they had stuff from Japan, okay? And they gave them funky-ass names because they couldn't use their real names. But they had Gary Albright, Stan Hansen, Tatsumi Fujinami, Toshikai Kawada, Jumbo Toshiaki Kawada, Jumbo Tsuruta, Kenta Kobashi, Giant Baba, Steve Williams, and Mitsuharu Misawa. And then,
God, some of these names.
And then Samurai
was Bear Breath.
Yeah, I mean, some of
was the Count. Fujinami was Fujigami.
Dude, look at under Samurai Wrestling Federation, Billy Gaijin, Scott Norton.
Oh Jesus! Norton was in WCW.
But some of these names are awesome, dude.
Here, let's cripple up WCW NWO World Tour, which would have come out around the same time as the one you're talking about. But
dude, I like this Dead or Alive Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling War. Fucking Sabu, Tarzan Goto, Hayabusa, Koji Kiyato, Atsushi Onita, and Genichiro Tenryu were part of this game as well. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, it was a good fucking game, man. It was like
variations of Taka, Great Sasuke, Kensuke Sasaki, Jinsei Shin. I might get this. I might have to track this down just for Jinsei Shinzaki.
Dude, I mean, if you look at the game, the graphics were god awful, but it was so cool because it you literally had you've seen these WWE games where you have a bunch of characters and you kind of just scroll through them and whatnot, and that's it. Dude, this one the character select screen was literally, here's a square in the corner with the person's a caricature of their face, and then it had name, and you could just kind of scroll through them, and it would change their caricature in the corner, and I was like, holy shit! It was we were naming stuff off. There was 50 names on that list. It was unheard of.
I'm just looking at some of the other guys on here. First of all, Jushin Liger was in it also. Bad Blood was the Great Muda. If anyone ever heard of the Muda scale, that's a fucking fantastic name.
There's a screenshot of that.
Kensuke Sasaki, Hiroshi Hase, Shinya Hashimoto, Riki Choshu, Kaiji Muta, which is just the Great Muta without the makeup, and he's called Mongol. Road Warrior Hawk has overdose? That's not cool.
Yeah, that was before all the crap happened.
Oh, that is not cool. And I don't know why the Turk is the Dynamite Kid. Oh my god.
But
this is horrible and awesome at the same time.
But look at
no one cannot hear you, Aaron.
Look at that creator wrestler or the selector wrestler thing.
What, there are photos here?
Yeah, I put a list. Yeah, there's a list of the photos there. Aaron, I don't know what's going on. We can't hear you for some reason right now. All of a sudden.
Oh my god, they look like they're glued together. That Sabu and Hawk look horrible.
Are you talking, Aaron?
well, no.
There we go. I heard you now.
Now we hear you.
Yeah. See, every time I talk, someone else talks. It's okay. No, I was trying to pull up the WCW NWO World Tour roster, but I can't. See, I tried to get on the Giant Bomb website. Every time I do it, pulls up an ad and won't let me look at the website.
Oh, that's weird.
It's very similar to that, but it doesn't have Jim's period on it. It's got the DOA and the Michinoku Pro knockoff, and it's got all that stuff on there. But,
Yeah.
Those games in the 90s were awesome. Revenge was the best WCW game.
Yeah, dude, it's a trip because
It's horrible and horribly awesome at the same time. I love the Dragon Ball game now.
the games don't age well at all. Like,
Hey, I think WWF No Mercy is still the greatest wrestling game of all time, in my opinion.
was that one on the 64?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Let me see if I can find that roster, because that's one that, oh man. Brian and I
Oh man, I want to play as question mark.
I think that was just the random selection. It'll like randomly pick one for you, maybe. I don't know.
I'll see if it'll pull it
God,
up.
these names are horrible, but it is pretty cool to see who's in this.
Okay.
And he's trying to make Habanero.
Alright, listen to this roster. This is WWF No Mercy, which was released sometime in 2000. The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold, The Undertaker, Kane, Perry Saturn, Farouk and Bradshaw, Bubba Ray and Devon, Edge and Christian, Matt and Jeff Hardy, Rikishi, Scotty 2 Hotty, Grandmaster Sensei, Dean Malenko, Bull Buchanan, here we go, Taz, X-Pac, Road Dogg, Stevie Richards, Steven Richards, Eddie Guerrero, the Godfather / the Good Father, S.A. Rios,
Oh my god.
Test, Al Venus, Steve Blackman, Al Snow, Taka Michinoku, and Funaki, Mankind, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, China, the British Bulldog, Kurt Angle, the Billy Gunn, which he's known as Mr. Ass on here. And you can actually pull his pants down and it pixelates it. Albert, Hardcore Holly, Big Boss Man, Viscera, Ken Shamrock, Crash Holly, Andre the Giant, Earl Hebner, Howard Finkel,
I'll be wrestling as a Fink every time. Just saying.
Paul Bearer, Michael Cole, Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler, Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Mankind, Mick Foley, Vincent Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Linda McMahon,
Oh god.
and this is my favorite one of the entire game, known simply as Hope.
They literally just put a random chick in there that would be the Godfather's hoe.
Well, and see, the fun part about it is every character has 4 attires on the game.
Oh my god.
And so every different attire is a different hope.
Oh god.
Mae Young, the Fabulous Moolah, Ivory and Jacqueline, Lita, Terry Runnels, Deborah, the Cat, Trish Stratus, Tori, which was the DX Tori, Mark Henry, Satchel Chocolate, of course, D'Lo Brown, and Shawn Michaels.
Dude,
that is a roster.
That's pretty funny. I gotta say, I also have to say after this episode, don't ever give me shit about saying lists on this show again.
You started.
I know I did.
You started this. Imagine that.
That's funny. Oh man, that's funny. It's so funny. The games over the years, even going back, because I know Scott, you were more of a handheld guy, right?
Yeah, still am technically.
Did you ever play any of those, like the King of the Ring or the Wrestling Challenge or whatever, when they were back on the Game Boy?
No, unfortunately, I never had those. Did I? No, I never had those.
Okay, because I know I had a King of the Ring one, and it was god awful. Like, it was one of those things. Like, you go back and play them now, and sometimes it's just the delay on some of them. It's bad. Like, even like
Mortal Kombat for the Game Boy. Does that count?
dude,
nice.
I do too, and that one probably has the most delay. It's like you hit forward and then it like hesitates for a half a second, and then the guy moves forward.
It is a very slow motion game. It's like, we're gonna try and make this look really fucking good, and they did, and they sacrificed everything else for that.
Well, and you know what? The fun part is most people don't think about it because when you hear Mortal Kombat, your first inclination is to sing the song that we heard with the movie, right? The Test Your Might. Say that again, Aaron?
The song in the movie was never on any of the games.
I know, but most people always think of that as the Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, me included.
I know, which is funny because then you go back to the original one and you hear you hear the actual song of that. I was like, oh, dude, that's right. I forgot
the banjo. We didn't know that.
Yeah, it's so funny to hear that, and even going back and watching the videos on how they made that, and just to think how far mocap has come since that.
I just remember playing Mortal Kombat like at the movie theater, you know. Or we had, I think, a Mortal Kombat 3 cabinet in Queens College.
We had in the movie theater here in Monticello, which is actually about 50 yards from where I work here. Growing up, we always had Marvel versus Capcom in that theater.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Oh, man. I spent a lot of quarters in high school on that game.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It gets old to me, though.
Yes.
I was playing, actually, before the Rumble, Tomas has Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh.
And normally I get my asses kicked these games, but now they have a simple combo button where you just keep pressing the square over and over again, it'll combo for you.
Yeah.
So I actually won 4 matches in a row.
Nice. Yeah.
I don't know. After a while, I tried to stop using it and actually play, and I still won some games. So
yeah,
it was a miracle. It was a miracle.
Funny. We have a little pizza parlor over here by my house here in California, and it was one of those places that all the basic the soccer pizza parties or basketball pizza parties and stuff like that. It's been family owned for forever. I wound up going there again this week. First time actually going there in a long time for a fundraiser for my nephew's school, and it's just a trip to see like how many of the old games are still there that they've had for the last like 20 years, and one of which is Turtles in Time. Yeah, so like my nephew had never played anything like that before, and he likes Ninja Turtles and stuff, and so I'm telling him, I'm like, okay, because he doesn't go to arcades or anything like that. My nephew's 7, and
that's a shame. I was going to arcades when I was 5.
Well, the only thing he knows, again, even at the arcades now, like at the movie theaters, they have like, let's sit in the Jurassic Park car and we'll shoot the guns at the dinosaurs or whatever, or the claw machines.
Well, that's classic video game style also. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, or drive, or
sometimes you just need a simple beat 'em up.
Yeah, or Cruisin' USA. But most of them, they don't have the stand-up arcades anymore because they realize that they can make more money off of these ones a little bit more because they cost a little more. Well, so he's never really played a stand-up arcade cabinet before. So for him, all of a sudden, he's like, okay, what do I do? And I'm like, okay, left, right, up, down, and one's to jump and one's to slash, like, because he wanted to be Leonardo. He likes Leonardo because he likes the swords. And so I was trying to get him to go, and he's like trying to figure it all out. And he lasted longer than me in the game once he figured it out. So I was pretty proud of that. And then he wanted to play Marvel vs. Capcom. They have an old Marvel vs. Capcom there. He was playing that one too. I wound up losing in the first match, and it's okay, whatever. But then they have like an old school basketball arcade game where you're shooting the basketballs, or Miss Pac-Man things. It's such a trip. He actually did really well. Like even like again, he's 7. He knows like gas pedal and how to drive the car already on like Cruisin' USA. I'm like, holy crap, dude. And he's not coming in dead last. He's not coming in first, but he's not coming in dead last either, which is cool. So it's a trip. It's definitely a trip to see him play old vintage games and stuff like that and actually do fairly decent. So
yeah, it's also a trip just to play old vintage games. I still like doing that every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, my nephew's got a pretty damn big game collection, and so every now and again he'll be like, "Hey, come play with me," and he busts out like one of the more recent like Sonic games, and I'm like, okay, this is different because it's all 3D and stuff like that. It's very weird for me, but then they have like certain levels where it'll turn back to the sideways side scrolling thing, and I'm like, okay, this is what I know.
Yeah, I only know like the side-scrolling shit. I even have one for the Game Boy. I think they like ported one of the older Sonic games for the Game Boy Advance at one point. So I gotta go through my Game Boy Advance games now. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, man, it's just fun, dude. Like the older games are fun, and I know they've been having a lot of success recently with the Nintendo Classic and the SNES Classic. So
I really want to get myself one of those.
I'm assuming that they're probably going to be coming out with an N64 Classic. I mean, for me, I've seen different things that you can piece together. Your own little, it's like a hard drive and then an operating system that is called Raspberry Pi.
All you really need is an emulator.
Yeah, and then an emulator with a bunch of stuff.
To store all the games on there. You can do it yourself. Not as cool. I mean, I've seen people actually hack the classics, the N64, or not the N64, the Super Nintendo Classic and the NES Classics to have all the games on there thanks to, ROMulations.
Yeah, and that's the fun part, man. Like, I mean, I have an emulator on my laptop. I don't have many games and stuff because it's not as fun because I don't have the right USB controller, because for some reason the PlayStation controller doesn't work with my laptop. I don't know why. But I'm sitting there flying on the airplane and I have my laptop with me and I'm sitting here playing Tetris on my computer or playing like Roger Clemens MVP baseball. It's like, it's a trip, dude, to play some of these old games, and I'm like, damn, these games are really fucking hard.
Hey, you should tell Scott about how our streaming of The Last of Us is going.
Oh yeah.
No, thank you.
He's like, I don't care.
It's such an awesome game.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Don't care. Don't have a system. Can't play it. Not gonna start now.
Well, you can always watch me on Twitch.
No.
Oh man.
Good night.
Damn.
Well, Scott, I'm out. Good night.
Good night.
As we sit here and he's still here. Yeah, no, it's all good. We love you, Aaron.
Yeah, when I hang up, I usually actually hang up.
Oh man. Oh, see, now he actually did. Wow.
Dang. Okay.
Of course, he jumps back in immediately.
See, that's not very convincing.
It's just like, what was it? It's like, I can't remember what was it, movie or TV show, and it's like, okay, you sure? And he leaves, and then it's like, sticks his head back in the window. Are you sure you don't need me? I don't know. That's funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea either. I can't think of what show it was that I'm thinking of, but it's just a moment that kind of reminded me from what just happened here.
What show are you guys talking about?
I have no idea. Just what you did where you left and then you came back like 2 seconds later. It was like...
Because I forgot I had to get my stuff. Now I'm leaving for good.
Bye.
Oh god, that's fucking funny.
You know, at this point, I feel like I should stay because it's going to aggravate Scott.
No, actually, that wouldn't aggravate me.
Alright, then I'm leaving.
That seems to be upset right now.
Alright, then I'm leaving if it's going to make you happy if I stay.
Okay.
Wow.
What is this reverse psychology you're putting on me, Scott?
Jedi mind trick bullshit, man. Back and forth.
I'm not right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Okay. You sound like the guy from Saturday Night Live. He just says, okay, to everything. He's in the hospital last week on SNL. And his nurse has fallen in love with him. And he's just sitting there on his bed. He's raised up. He's got some kind of problem. and she's confessing her love to him. And the whole time, she's just saying stuff like, I just can't ignore my feelings for you anymore. I want to have you forever. And he just looks at her and goes, okay. That's what you remind me of right now.
Yeah, okay.
You guys remember the well, I don't know if Scott would remember because he didn't play consoles, that Star Wars Masters of the Terra Kasi, whatever, Kasai?
Talked about this 86 times.
I don't know. Maybe we did.
We talked about this on the show, I think.
Oh, maybe we did. Okay. I just...
You're the most forgetful person I know.
Damn right I am, I know. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
You can play as a Tusken Raider. You can play as the big Warthog guy.
Yeah.
You can play...
Mandalorian Guard?
Yes. You can play as Mara Jade Skywalker.
Yep.
Everyone.
Okay. Then we did talk about it. Alright, sorry. Sorry to waste your time.
But I did have that game.
I did too, unfortunately.
My last console was a Super Nintendo. Actually, yes, I have my Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Dude, I'd never owned a Super Nintendo. My neighbor had one.
I've owned like 3 or 4. I have one right now.
God
I
damn.
currently have 2.
God damn you guys.
The one you found in your dumpster?
Yep, well, not dumpster, the incinerator room. You know, when they used to have incinerators, now it just, they drop shit into a bag in the basement.
God
But
damn.
yeah, that's where I found one.
I want one.
Okay.
Seriously, I want one. I have a Genesis. I had the Nintendo, and then I jumped to Genesis.
See, I never had a Genesis, so I could be jealous of that.
Yeah, I've always wanted a Sega Genesis. I wouldn't mind having a Sega Saturn as well.
Yeah, it's not.
You guys ever seen the
I just want the Saturn for the original Soul Calibers.
Have you guys ever seen the E3 conference? And I believe it was 1995, where they announced the price of the PlayStation.
No.
Okay, so the guys from Sega were announcing the Sega Saturn, I believe, and it was like this big thing, how it was going to be like $5.99 for the release, and like it was kind of pricey, but the Sega Saturn was a huge deal at the time because Nintendo wasn't putting anything out. Nobody was thinking about PlayStation, and so because this is when the PlayStation was being announced, they had this big long press conference at E3, and it was all about Sega Saturn. Everybody was so pumped for it. It was $5.99, $5.99. The guy from PlayStation walked up on stage, grabbed the mic, and he goes, $2.99, drops the mic, leaves.
Yeah, legitimate mic drop on that one.
Yeah, mic drop heard around the world.
Yeah.
Like, you can find that on YouTube. It's crazy. You gotta watch it.
My cousin had a Saturn, and I remember playing Virtual Cop because they brought back the light gun. I thought that was pretty cool that they brought that back. You had started seeing some of the Soul Calibur type, the 3D fighting games coming into play for the first time. And then, of all things, after all the 3D fighters, you get Street Fighter, the movie, the game. God awful.
Hey, let me tell you something. My cousin had a Sega Saturn. Virtua Fighter is one of the greatest fighting games I've ever played.
It's very slow and clunky now. If you go back, it doesn't age well at all.
Dude, the sound effects made it crazy.
The jumping and then like the hover fall. Like the gravity was not even close to being all right.
Back then, though, you don't think about stuff like that.
I know. Yeah, it's a trip, man. But oh yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna go watch that a little bit. That video. That's awesome. Oh man.
Yeah, look the video up too, because I've heard stories of that before also.
The price heard around the world.
That's such a trip, man. I love that. That's Yeah, even what was it? When I think it was Sega Saturn was when the first like even Unreal tournament, the FPS games started kind of really trying to like make a comeback after all the Duke Nukems and the Dooms and stuff from back in the day on the computer.
I don't know, but I can remember I would go to my cousin's house because he had the Sega Saturn, the Sega Genesis. He had everything, man. I'll never forget playing Area 51, which is like the
shooter.
With the shooter. It moves from place to place, and all the aliens jump out at you.
Yeah, that had some mocap stuff on it too. I think, because you actually had real people look like real people on the screen.
Yeah, but I'll never forget playing Dragonheart. You guys remember that movie?
Oh man, I saw that in theaters.
Dude, they came out with a video game of that. I remember playing that. I remember playing Pitfall. Pitfall was always one of my favorites. I've got it on Super Nintendo right now. But, God, so many classics, man.
I remember playing Pitfall in a cabinet at a bar.
Is that not just...
When I was like 10. Like the original Pitfall.
Isn't Pitfall just a fantastic game?
God, that game pissed me off so fucking much.
Me too. I still can't make it past the first level.
Fucking bastards.
That's a trip.
There's so many games for my Super Nintendo that I've never made it past.
Hell, dude, go back and play any of the Disney games on those systems, yeah.
The Lion King is the hardest game ever.
Yeah, that's fucking hard. The Aladdin game was not as hard, but it was still fucking hard. Then like the Genesis came out with a Toy Story game, and that was just way too fucking easy compared to the other two. Oh man, God, fucking nostalgia trip here. God damn it, this is cool though. Thinking about this stuff again.
My favorite game of all time for Super Nintendo is Beavis and Butthead.
I played it on the Genesis though.
The entire object of the game is to make it to the Guar concert.
Yeah, you gotta go and grab all the stuff and grab the dead rat and then go throw it in the fryer and all that shit.
You gotta fight Mr. Anderson, who's trying to blow leaves on his yard, and you defeat Mr. Anderson by picking up apple cores and throwing them at him.
Oh man.
What stoner shit have you guys been playing?
Beavis and Butthead, dude, it's funny.
Never played that in my life.
Oh, dude. Yeah, they had that. Oh, fuck, man. Even the Game Gear. You remember the Game Gear?
Yes.
Oh, my God, dude. That was a...
Dude, I remember the Neo Geo.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Fucking what was it? Bonk's Adventure was one of their main ones. That eventually when the Neo... No, not Geo. I was thinking TurboGrafx, dude. Oh, shit. I was even thinking something completely different. You remember that shit, the TurboGrafx 16?
I remember there used to be a chain of stores where they would have game systems set up. You'd spend a certain amount of money to play games for a certain amount of time, and you had like a punch card, and after like a certain amount of punches, you get like a free 10 minutes in a game or something. And I don't remember the name of the place, but I remember I used to play a lot of fucking games there.
Oh, see, that's cool because I just recently they've been doing a lot of these like retro arcade pop-ups have been I mean just literally right next door to a movie theater. There's an arcade, and you pay $10 and you get an hour in the arcade. You can play anything. There's no quarters, no nothing. You just pay $10 at the door. They stamp your hand. You walk in and go, and it's constantly full of adults playing old retro games. It's awesome.
Okay, so there's the Museum of Moving Image here in Queens, right?
Yeah.
The whole third floor, at some point, and I think it still is right now, is a fucking arcade of classic arcade games.
Oh, that's
like
so cool.
Centipede, an actual original Mortal Kombat cabinet, fucking NBA Jam.
Oh, God, dude.
One of those table Pac-Mans.
Oh yeah, the you could put your drink down on it and play, and it's like you're facing the other person.
Well, yeah, that too. I mean, but yeah, seriously, it's just like they sell them quarters too. Yeah, they have tokens, and you put $5 in, you get $5 worth of tokens. You just play, man.
That's
I went there for a class trip with the group, and it was fucking awesome. Kept playing Centipede, kept dying, man. I was not very good at Centipede.
with the trackball.
Yeah.
That's so cool to see. That's so different. It's insane now.
Yeah, I want to go back. They're usually free on Fridays from 4 to 8 to get in. So I'm gonna maybe this Friday I'll see about going there if I'm not busy.
That's cool, man. That's so cool. Well, shit. I think we're gonna end on that high note, that nostalgia high, dude. This is so cool. I'm freaking smiling from ear to ear now talking about these things. Shoot, man. Well, again, listening to us, and you're on the YouTube. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit a thumbs up. Add us up on the Instagram at Gorilla Blood Radio. Scott NDX on the Instagram, DKorea247 on the Instagram, and I think Aaron changed his name. Yeah, he changed his name to something crazy. You could still look him up, Aaron Kendrick, if you want to, but he changed it to something else. I can't remember the name that he did it. It's some inside joke or something. And Aaron just happened to get a customer right as we're finishing, and he wanted to tell us something about his arcade.
I don't see any spare remotes.
Oh. Oh god, that's awesome. No spare remotes for Aaron and his customer. No soup for you. Oh god, that was awesome.
Alright, good night, everyone.
So, alright, thank you for listening to Gorilla Blood. For Scott and Aaron, I'm Daniel. Nighty night. We'll see you next week. Bye.